Alright, welcome to Puppet Master FPV, doing a redo. I'm on the bench and I'm talking about the Blade Torrent110, new micro drone by Blade Hellas and Horizon Hobby. Very interesting little micro quad here because it has the brushless motors. I think these are 1104s, but they have really high kV. They are 7600 kV motors, 1104 7600 kV motors. So they're little brushless rockets. You can see I took off the prop guards, and what I actually did, if you can see it, I double soft mounted. I used two of those sticky pre-cut out soft mounts that they give you, and that solved the problem of the screws being like a miniature bit too long that I've read about. And I have had no problem. These are nice and tight in there, and they're not killing any motors. So it's got a all-in-one ESC and the same flight controller I think that you get on the Theory XL over here, and the Conspiracy. So oh yes, and then it has a 150 milliwatt video transmitter, which is definitely, 25 wasn't going to cut it. I would have been happier with it, especially on something like this, a 200 milliwatt transmitter at least. But 150, I got to tell you, with this dipole, they got it right. I mean, it has really a good coverage in video reception for being a micro. So that I've been very impressed with. I wasn't impressed. I didn't like it very much until I took the prop guards off and have moved up to 3S batteries. And this is my favorite battery in the world right now for this micro drone. This Pulse 450 milliamp 30C battery is, and this thing costs like 12 bucks a pop. So, or 13 bucks, I forget when. So, I mean, it's, you can pick up like 4 of them for what the price of, or you can pick up 3 of them for the price of one expensive 1300 milliamp pack. And I think that's pretty cool. There's Doofus Rick, there's Tinkles, or Arthritia, something like that. My favorite, Birdman, and we got our Jerry, oh sir, and Mr. Poopy Butthole. Ooh-wee! So yeah, we got all our Rick and Morty characters. Oh yeah, something else I do have, which is kind of fun on this quad, is I ordered a while ago these DYS props, and you can see they're almost the same. They're a little shorter, but they're fatter, and they're made of a much more rigid polycarbonate material. But the stock props are actually really good too, so I wouldn't knock these. They really perform well. These nice tri-blade, right amount of pitch, well balanced. The only thing I have wrong with this one right now is I'm on one telemetry antenna. The telemetry receiver in here, what happens, and that's one of the design flaws with this, if you can see, the only thing exposed are these little, the thinnest and most weak part of the telemetry receiver. They both come out the top, and if you do any kind of hard landing on your top of your drone, especially if it's skids out on concrete or even dirt and stuff, these things are just going to rip off, or tree branches, they're going to rip right off. And so you better have a package of those replacement antennas. My problem is that and I didn't have this problem at all on this one when I replaced the antennas, but this one, when I popped the antenna out, the whole bottom part in the telemetry receiver snapped out with it. So I couldn't really snap a new one in. I tried to solder one in, and it got real messy and ugly in there. I said, screw it, quit it. Let's see if it works with one. And it does. I really haven't had, I haven't noticed that it's not diversity at all yet. So I'm just going to let it rock like that for a minute. Because telemetry receivers aren't cheap, but they're not that expensive either. It would be like 40 bucks. Put a new one in there, which we'll do eventually, but right now it's working fine with just one.